The city of Virginia Beach is a very nice coastal town along the eastern side of the state of Virginia. The city itself is actually quite large and has plenty of activities and things to do for everybody of all ages. My name's DJ Parker. I've actually lived in Hampton Roads for over 25 years, and what I wanted to do today is take you on a trip through the city to kind of show you all the points of interest you need to know about, all the fun activities, and just give you an overall layout of the land here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I want to apologize right up front because as we do this video, I'm going to do it with very minimal editing. So you are going to see some mistakes. You're probably going to hear me say the word or over 100 times. And I just wanted to apologize right up front. But let's go ahead and get onto the tour right now. So here we are on Google Maps, and we're looking at the city of Virginia Beach. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you some of the major points of interest throughout the city and some of the popular spots and basically what you need to know about the city. So before we zoom in onto Virginia Beach, this whole area here is what we would call Hampton Roads. On the north side is the peninsula, where you have Hampton, Newport News. As you can see up here, Busch Gardens is where located in Williamsburg. Then on the south side, that's where you have Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Suffolk. Those are the major cities that make up Hampton Roads. The outline of the red and white, that is the city of Virginia Beach. So a couple things real quick before we zoom in. Some of the bridges I wanted to call out real quick. This large one here, this is actually the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. It's I believe a 17-mile bridge composing of two tunnels, and it is a toll bridge as well. It connects Virginia Beach to the eastern shore. And then over here on the west side, you have both bridges, the Monitor Merrimack and the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel that connect the south side to the peninsula into Newport News and Hampton. This bridge right here is the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. That is by far probably the worst traffic situation we have in all of Hampton Roads. Currently working on it to expand the tunnel. However, regardless of any time of the day that you go through, you're going to deal with traffic right here. And then some of the other tunnels, hard to see a little bit on this. In downtown Norfolk, you have the Midtown Tunnel, and you also have the Downtown Tunnel. When you think of the city of Virginia Beach, probably the first thing that comes to mind would be the ocean front. So let's zoom in, and I apologize right up front. I'm trying to use this technology, and we'll see how it goes. As far as I hope I don't get you too sick, zooming in too fast. Virginia Beach, this is Interstate 264, runs from the west to the east, right into the ocean front. And the Virginia Beach ocean front and boardwalk is actually a 3-mile boardwalk. It runs from 2nd Street all the way north to 40th Street. To give you an idea of what that looks like, let's just zoom in here. Like I said, I hope this works. Click on this here, and there you go. This is the boardwalk right here. So as you can see, right along the beach here, you're able to walk 3 miles exactly from 2nd to 40th Street. You've got the hotels lining the boardwalk. And let's see if the other side of the view, as you can see here, it's a nice paved walkway. You can stop, get some nice views, and take a look at the beach. Popular areas along the ocean front. First up, I wanted to show you, probably if you've seen any pictures of Virginia Beach, most likely at the ocean front, they've been taken at what we call Neptune Park along 31st Street here. And let's do this. This gentleman right here, that is King Neptune. If you've seen any pictures of Virginia Beach oceanfront, I imagine you've seen this statue. And then right across the way here, this is Neptune's Park. During the summertime, a lot of concerts happen here. And one thing I wanted to call out here is you can see there is a bike path that you're able to ride your bike along the boardwalk in addition to the walking. Let me back up a little bit. Another popular area that you're gonna hear about is actually towards the end of the boardwalk. 40th Street, as I mentioned, is right here at the end of the boardwalk. Right there, 40th Street, there is the end of the boardwalk. But what that leads into is actually one of the most historic hotels in our area, and that would be the Cavalier Hotel, right in front of right in front of the Marriott. There is the new Marriott that's part of the Cavalier property. And then
Again, I apologize for moving so quick here. This is the Cavalier Hotel. And then this main road that runs along the oceanfront is Atlantic Avenue. Try and back out here, I apologize for that. And that runs north, heading towards the bay. And this area here is actually Fort Story. That is a military base along the top of Virginia Beach, the most north side of Virginia Beach. And this would be the Chesapeake Bay here. Along the Atlantic Ocean. What Atlantic Avenue, once it gets right here, actually is where one of the gates for Fort Story is. This actually turns into Shore Drive, and along this portion of Shore Drive here, it's a little different than that oceanfront area, as there's not near as many hotels in this area. It's a lot more condos and some beachside rentals, but most of it is condominiums down in this area. This area here is called Chicks Beach. Then you also have First Landing State Park, which is actually a really nice park to go to. As far as the Chesapeake Bay goes, the waves at the Chesapeake Bay are much smaller than the Atlantic Ocean. So if you have small children, this is actually a great place to go. Let me see if I can get you a picture here using the Google Maps. Let's see how this works. There's the visitor center. Yeah, so there's a lot of parking opportunities here. Bathroom facilities. Again, this is a park I would check out if I were you. This whole area right here is much less crowded than the ocean front. And it's a nice beach to walk along. There's a couple other beaches I wanted to call out. So let's zoom back out here. Again, I apologize, but this is Virginia Beach. Two more beaches I wanted to call out. If you are in the military or have served in the military, you have Dam Neck Naval Base. This is Dam Neck right here, along Dam Neck Road. And Dam Neck has a really nice beach. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you a picture of it. Obviously, as Google Maps is not able to go onto the base. But all of this here is part of Dam Neck. And again, if you have served in the military or are currently in the military, great beach there. Not only is it a beach, they have bathroom facilities, a snack shop. So a lot of good amenities there to do as well. And then if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know one of the beaches I really enjoy going to is Sandbridge Beach, which is actually down here in the southern portion of Virginia Beach, along the Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge. So right here, you come into Sandbridge, along Sandbridge Road, which is this road here you see winding into Sandbridge Beach. The one thing I like about Sandbridge Beach is, as you will see, there's no hotels down where Sandbridge Beach is. It's all vacation rentals and a few condominiums. Right here is actually, this is the Sandbridge Island restaurant, and they also have the Sandbridge Market, Seaside Market. But here's pretty much one of the few condominiums they have in Sandbridge Beach. There is Sandbridge Beach. And let me back up here and show you. If we go down further along the road here, as you will see, this is Sandpiper Road, lined with vacation rentals. But what you will not see is any hotels. So what that means is, for the most part, these beaches are a lot less crowded. I will tell you that also means there's not as many facilities for bathrooms and showers. However, if that is something you require, down farther south, you have Little Island Park. And this is, here's the pier at Little Island. Look at that beautiful water. But let me try and zoom in here. And again, I apologize, this is a little tough using this equipment or program live, I guess that would be. This is Little Island Park here. Plenty of parking for Little Island Park, bathroom facilities, shower. Actually, now parking is all paid using their app, so they don't take cash anymore, so it's pretty convenient. Plenty of parking. And then this is actually the other section of condominiums I was mentioning in Sandbridge. So it's very limited on who can come down here, how crowded the beaches truly can get, because for the most part, parking is limited. If you're along Sandfiddler Road or Sandpiper Road, there is limited parking if you're not renting a house in front of the rental houses or on the side streets, as you can see here.
Okay, so that's the majority of the beaches here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. If you're enjoying this video so far, if you do me a favor, hit that like button down below. That way I can get this video out to as many people as possible. Also, if you're curious about the city of Virginia Beach and whether you think you will actually like living here or visiting, take a look at the video I did right above me on the pros and cons of living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And as always, if you have any questions, my contact information is right down here below. Love to help you. I'm a realtor here in Hampton Roads. I mentioned previously, I've lived in Hampton Roads for over 25 years. Let's go ahead and get back into the video as we got plenty more things to see in the city of Virginia Beach.
All right, so since we're in the southern part of Virginia Beach, I figured we'd stay there as I go through this with you. This area you see down here is probably has the most open land in all of the city, and that would be the area of Pungo. As far as what is actually down here besides just open farmlands, there are some newer developments coming up down in this area. There is the Military Aviation Museum along Princess Anne Road that's a little popular. However, one of my favorite places to go in the Pungo area would actually be Munden Point Park. And this park is great. Personally, if you have a boat, this is a great place to put your boat in the water. This is the Albemarle Sound right here. And it's just a great place to go if you enjoy tubing or fishing. However, if you don't have a boat, no problem. This park is a great park. Basketball courts, baseball, softball fields, actually a frisbee golf course there as well. Plenty of places to have picnics, and just an overall great park. Another thing I like about this park, similar to Sandbridge, it's much less crowded than a lot of the other parks in our area, just because it is a little farther out there. So as we start moving a little north into out of Pungo, we're going to come into the Nemo and Redmill area. This is, again, over here is Sandbridge. This is Sandbridge Road that leads right into the Nemo Parkway area and Redmill area. A lot of shopping, and as you can see, a lot of different neighborhoods down in this area. So as we go, I'm going to try and call out some schools as well. And as I zoom in here, just a little south of Dam Neck, this right here is Ocean Lakes High School. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you will know that this is one of the higher performing schools, according to some online website rankings for the city of Virginia Beach as far as high schools go. And one thing I forgot to mention when I was at the oceanfront area, two things I wanted to call out. So this is the oceanfront area. You're coming down Pacific Avenue, which eventually turns into General Booth Boulevard. So here's the Dam Neck area. This is Dam Neck Road. As you go north to the oceanfront, there's two things I wanted to call out. Right here you have Ocean Breeze. This is a water park. You also have Motor World, which is, as it sounds like, a little racetrack where you can race go-karts. Additionally, right north of it, it's pretty popular. As you can see, it's called out on Google Maps. That would be the Virginia Aquarium. This is a must-go place if you're just visiting Virginia Beach. All right, so again, I apologize for bouncing around because we're gonna do a little more bouncing around here. I wanna head back a little more south. We're starting to head back north here and into the Princess Anne area. I'm gonna call a few things out here. So just to give you your bearings here, this is back to Pungo area. There's the Sandbridge. This was the Redmill and Nemo Parkway area. So you can take Nemo Parkway west. This is Princess Anne Road here. And this area here is where all your Virginia Beach courthouses and the municipal buildings will be. So if you have to do any business with Virginia Beach, whether it's residential or business, you're gonna be coming down to this area, Princess Anne area. And as you can see really quickly, Kellam High School, another high school similar to Ocean Lakes, is one that performs very well according to some of the rankings. I already mentioned General Booth Boulevard. That actually eventually turns into North Landing Road. And as we move west on Princess Anne, a few things I want to call out in the Princess Anne area. First, our first hospital. This is the Centera Princess Anne Hospital. It's one of the newer hospitals in our area. And right by Centera Princess Anne, you will see the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater. It's also called the Virginia Beach Amphitheater. This is where during the summertime into the fall season, we have a lot of big acts come through here. My favorite that comes every year would be the Dave Matthews Band, but there's plenty of different acts throughout the year. A lot of headlining acts. I believe at one time, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, I do believe, I could be lying here, but I think she played here towards the beginning of her career. Unfortunately, it's probably a little smaller for her now. If I zoom in a little more here, over here on the right, you have the Virginia Beach Fieldhouse, which is an indoor facility where they play indoor soccer, kickball, flag football, a lot of sporting activities here. As you can see, this is the Princess Anne Sporting Complex. You have field hockey fields, the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. So a lot going on here if you have children playing sports. And before we leave this area, I just wanted to go a little west. Two areas I wanted to call out here. You have Lansdowne High School, right along Princess Anne Road here, as well as our first college in Virginia Beach, Tidewater Community College. This is the Virginia Beach campus right here along Princess Anne Road. And if you've seen some of my previous videos, I did a video on a new development called Spence Crossing. Those are all being developed in this area here. I'll put a link down below so you can check out some of that information on that area as well. But a lot of shopping in here, a lot of, as you can see, a lot of different neighborhoods, a lot of different price points as well with these neighborhoods. All right, let's continue. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. We're going a little to the west, just to kind of give you an idea where we are. Let me zoom out a little farther. So get your bearings. There's the ocean front, there's Sandbridge, Princess Anne area. So we're right here in the Salem, Glenwood, and Rosemont Forest area. This is actually the city of Chesapeake this is butting up against here. So along here, you have Lin Haven Parkway, which is one of the major roads in Virginia Beach. And again, trying to call out all the schools I can possibly. This is Salem High School right here. This area here is Glenwood. Most of this is called Salem, Pleasant Valley area. And then you're moving into the Tallwood area over here to the west. You have Tallwood High School. And if, again, I keep saying, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you will know Indian River Road, Kempville Road connect right here. And this is probably one of the worst intersections in all of Virginia Beach. Not only because it's a very popular location, but it's a very confusing design that's been taken there now. Another college here. This is kind of the Kempville, Providence Road area. A little more Providence Road once you get on the other side of the highway, College Park. But you have Regent University right here along Indian River Road and Interstate 64. Interstate 64 is the largest interstate we have in Hampton Roads. That connects to 264, but Interstate 64 goes all the way through Hampton Roads, pretty much touches almost every city in Hampton Roads. But that's where Regent University is, and this little northwestern portion of Virginia Beach would be the College Park area. And as far as housing prices go, this little corner here probably has some of the cheapest houses you're gonna pretty much find in Virginia Beach compared to the median average in Virginia Beach. All right, so if we head north, as I mentioned, this is Kempville Road. So we're gonna head north onto Kempville Road. And this is the Kempville area. Kempville is probably one of the more historic areas in the city. And as you are on Kempville Road, you have Kempville High School. One thing I want to call out in the Kempville area, I went there when I was a kid. It's an awesome spot. And that would be the Kempville Rec Center. One thing I think Virginia Beach does an awesome job at is their rec centers are heads and shoulders better than all the other cities in Hampton Roads. This one here has been around for a long time, but they've recently done quite a few renovations. I want to zoom in just to kind of give you an idea. Look at all these points here, pictures people have taken. Well, this one here is just the weight room. As you can see, very nice facilities. But what I wanted to show you, they actually have an indoor water park. Yeah, here you go. Take a look at that. This is part of the newer portion that's been upgraded, but this is a rec center. This looks like a water park that you would pay to go to. Obviously, you do have to pay to go to the rec center, but just for the simple fact that this is a rec center, I just think it's incredible. I live in Chesapeake and we have nothing like this, and neither does any other city in Hampton Roads for that matter. So if you're gonna live in the Kempville area or just in Virginia Beach overall, I would definitely advise getting membership to the rec centers in Virginia Beach, and make sure you hit up Kempville's rec center. All right, so as we're moving north here, if you're looking to have a little fun, one of the more popular areas of Virginia Beach, right along 264 in the Kempville area, would be Topgolf. Topgolf is located right up here in the northwest portion of Virginia Beach. Definitely a fun place to go. So we're gonna move a little more back to the east, and we're gonna get into the Chimney Hill area. So we were over here in Kempville, kind of zoom out a little bit, kind of give you an idea where we are. I'm gonna show you the Chimney Hill area, which is right around here. If you've been on 264, I know you have seen Mount Trashmore. This is actually a park, as you can see here, a pretty large park. But if you're driving along 264, you've probably seen our small little hill. It's actually made out of trash. It's been here since the 70s. During the summertime, 4th of July, that's an awesome place to go see fireworks. But this whole area here is the Rosemont and Chimney Hill area. And if I continue moving east, this area along Chimney Hill over here is what you would call the Green Run area. You have Green Run High School. And then if we continue moving east, this whole area here is the Lin Haven area. And one thing I would call out in this area here, plenty of shopping, plenty of restaurants. Lin Haven Mall is by far the most successful mall we have in all of Hampton Roads. Like I said, I live in Chesapeake. We have the Greenbrier Mall, which quite honestly now is more of like a flea market than a mall. Similar to many areas throughout the United States, the malls have really taken a hit. However, Lin Haven Mall is not that way at all. It's a very popular mall, pretty busy mall, plenty of shops. They do have an Apple store, which is a sign of a successful mall right now. So definitely, if you're looking for shopping, Lin Haven Mall is an area. And like I said, there's plenty of restaurants around that as well. And over here on the right, I'm sure you can see it sticking out pretty much. That would be Oceana Naval Air Station. So as you can see that takes up a pretty nice portion of Virginia Beach. That is one of our largest bases in Hampton Roads. This is a master base. If you are being stationed here for the military, more than likely Oceana is where you're going to be working. Okay, so zooming out a little bit, there's Oceana we're talking about. If you remember, this is the Pungo area. I mentioned Sandbridge, you have the ocean front. So really, what we have left is this top portion of Virginia Beach, the most northern part of Virginia Beach to talk about. And I'm gonna go over here, zoom in a little bit into the Great Neck and First Colonial area. So this road here, I've already talked about 264. Along 264, pretty much running parallel to the highway is Virginia Beach Boulevard, which also eventually connects to the ocean front via Alaskan Road. This area here would be the Great Neck and First Colonial area. So these houses over here, which what would be called the Great Neck area, then over here is First Colonial. You have Lincoln, Allenton. Those are some of the larger neighborhoods in the area. As you can see here, we also have another hospital. This one again is owned by Centera. This is Centera Virginia Beach General Hospital. That is actually along First Colonial Road. A lot of shopping here in the Hilltop area along First Colonial and Alaskan Road. As you can see, quite a bit of shops here. This is where our Trader Joe's is located, which is a very popular spot to head if you're in Virginia Beach. I would be remiss if I didn't call this out here. Captain George's Seafood. Great place to go eat if you like seafood. This is a seafood buffet. They do have king crab legs on the buffet, all you can eat. To me, that's enough said. I get more than my money's worth regardless of how much it costs. As far as schools go, along Great Neck, as we go north here, you have Cox High School, which also is one of the higher performing high schools in Virginia Beach based on some of the ranking websites. And then I'm gonna zoom in over here. This is First Colonial Road. Right here is First Colonial High School. Additionally, you have Cape Henry Collegiate, which is a pretty popular private school. I've actually done a video in the past on private schools in our area, and I talk about Cape Henry if you want to check that video out. All right, so let's zoom back out a little bit here. Again, trying to get our bearings. This is 264, Oceana right here, Virginia Beach Boulevard. I know you've heard of this area, kind of glossed right over it. Here we're at the end of Virginia Beach into Norfolk. But this area right here, this used to be the Pembroke Mall, which they've now converted to different shops along, in addition to a Target. This area down here is kind of our downtown Virginia Beach, I guess you would say. That is where the town center is actually located. Across the street, you have a Walmart, but new within the last 5 years is a Wegmans, which, to be quite honest with you, is one of my favorite grocery store chains. I don't get to go there so often just because I live in Chesapeake and this is the only Wegmans we have in our area. But if you've never been to a Wegmans and you're in Virginia Beach, I would definitely check it out. And then if we continue moving west towards Norfolk, this whole area here is the Witch Duck, Aragona area. Many different neighborhoods. This also is an older part of the city, but as you head on north onto Independence, you have another Centera Hospital, Centera Independence Hospital right here. And then you also, on the west, this is Wesleyan Drive along Independence. You have Virginia Wesleyan University, one of 3 universities we have, or 3 colleges we have in Virginia Beach. And this area along here, the Diamond Springs area, is also called Bayside. So if you hear of Bayside High School, it's actually right down here. That's actually located along Wesleyan Drive. That is where Bayside is this portion right here. So last but not least, we're gonna head north. Another base I have yet to mention, another large base in our area, would be Little Creek. So let me zoom out real quick to give you an idea. So there's Fort Story. I mentioned going along Shore Drive. You have the Chicks Beach area here. This is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, and Little Creek is located right here. If you fly in to Norfolk, which happens to be Norfolk International right here, most likely you have seen the Little Creek base.
So after taking a unique view of the city of Virginia Beach with me, you might be asking yourself, how much does it actually cost to live in the city of Virginia Beach? Well, good news for you. I've got a video for that too. Take a look at it right here. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day. I appreciate you checking out this video, and we will see you on the next video.